Hey everybody, welcome back to another 10-minute Marvel video where we're going to keep opening up Magic the Gathering Marvel packs. The previous video you saw, we had some real good luck with pulling Mjolnir and King T'Challa, getting about $70, $75 value of cards. Now, I'm not doing this purely for value. I'm doing this for the love of Marvel. We're on the 10-Minute Marvel podcast YouTube channel. So clearly I love Marvel. But I also love Magic the Gathering. Played it for a long time. And, well, I haven't played recently. It's time to get back into it with themed sets that I love. So you'll start to see with these commons definitely repeats of cards. Even the uncommons coming up here. Hopefully not too many on the rares, because I do want to complete a full set of this. Scientist Supreme from AIM. That's the one I'm going to look up here at the end. Not much in the way for that pack. Not every pack is going to have winners in it. One thing that I'd actually kind of love to see them do is one of the card types in here, or card types in Magic the Gathering, is Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are kind of these powerful creatures who, or characters who, they have abilities, but they don't have like that direct attack ability necessarily. They're more really strong support characters. I'd love to see them work that into a Magic the Gathering or a Marvel set, because it'd be fun to have a Captain America Planeswalker and just mess around with that. Daredevil, Man Without Fear. There's our foil. So not much in this pack, Merfolk. Only because, like, it'd be interesting to see them and have the full set of mechanics available to it. Villain, Panther Pounce. So, let's see who we're going to get here. Patriot, Hulk, Falcon Wing Harness. Ooh, Madam Hydra. Then a Namor Submariner. This one, I believe, is another nice hit. Frozen in Ice. Stark Industries. And then our token. So the reason why Namor is a valuable card is he has the Merfolk tag and Merfolk synergies. Merfolk is already a faction in Magic the Gathering, so it's not just a card that, like, oh, I can build with that card. Or build a superhero set with that card. It's, I can build any Merfolk deck with that card. And is it a good commander? That's what they call it. Castle Doom. And Superhero Civil War. We're going a little bit faster than the first video here, though chunk of time will of course be at the end. Looking up a handful of cards. Depending on what Nemours' value is, that might almost get us to the cost of the box. Red Hulk, Shuri, Heroic Intervention, Ares, God of War. Then foil Quicksilver there, Fisk Tower, and Red Wing, and Zabu. I like the classic comic art on some of the cards too that you can get. I'm glad it's not every card because you have so many different comic artists. Magic, like this is very much Magic art here on the rest of the cards, but that tends to make it more consistent across everything, whereas the superhero comic art can kind of be spread out a bit more in terms of style. Whiplash, Wolverine, it's a nice one there. I'm not sure if it's any good, but I like it. Four more packs to go in this chunk. We need to hit some big cards to really catch up to that first chunk of 10, but that's okay. I feel like I must be getting close to most of the commons here at this point. I'm not actually going to be there. Oh, there's Khazar. He's Zabu. But I shouldn't maybe say obviously. There will be enough in the set. Loki, God of Mischief. Surveillance Room. I am going to look up the Fantastic Four Tower just because it is a land. And then I'm trying to remember here. Loki, Lord of Misrule, is the one that I've pulled before, and that one is worth a nice amount. Here we are. Agents of Hydra. Burrow backup. I'm going to back it up slightly because it will stay in focus better. I am Iron Man. Go nuts for that Squirrel Girl deck that I can build. Surveillance Room. Thor Odinson. Kid Loki. Political Triumph. Mayor Fisk there. Claim the Kingdom. Kang the Conqueror. And then a foil Ronin Shadowstalker. Hell's Kitchen. And our token. 2 packs left to go here. King allows you to take extra turns, but man, it's expensive, so I don't think that's going to be worth much. Unless people have interesting ways to maybe cheat that, that they're planning to build around. We say, Vinay. Call Damage Control, Department of Damage Control, DOTC, Giant Growth, Kang, different Kang, Kang Temporal Tyrant that time, Captain Marvel, Madam Mask, Ooh, Bob. And then this is just uncommon foil there. I like Bob. And final pack out of this 10. Getting Colossus. Here we are. Excuse me. Hero in Training. Decoy Ploy. Kree Commandos. Kunlun Warrior. Go Nuts. Knight of On-the-Go. Herbie. Supervillain Lockup. Hulk. Gamma Goliath. Villainous Hideout. Thirst for Knowledge. We have a Taskmaster here. Ooh, and Captain America. Wings of Freedom. That's our foil. Nice. A rare foil there. Okay, so 65 to 70 bucks. Do we think we have it in this? I think we're going to have about 35 bucks here. Maybe 40. It depends on what Namor's worth. Let's be fair. Captain America, Wings of Freedom, foil, 50-cent card. So we're off to 50 cents thus far. Like, there's some interesting things to build around Captain America, Wings of Freedom, but not great. Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic, 50 cents as well. So we're up to $1. That's kind of what I expected from those. The Sentry, Golden and Guardian, $2. So we're up to 3 here. Kang the Conqueror. Another 75 cents, 50 cents. Let's say 50 cents. It's in between the two. So $2.50. I don't expect the Baxter building to actually be worth anything. Yeah, so it doesn't make the list. I just wanted to check because it is a land. Loki, God of Mischief. Ooh, here's our first big one, $6.75. So we go up from $2.50 to $9.25. Loki, God of Mischief. When a player or permanent becomes a target of an ability you control, draw a card. It's a cheap card and a good way to get more cards. I don't think it's one of the formats you can play Magic the Gathering. You have a commander. Wolverine Fierce Fighter. Not enough to count. Under 50 cents. I don't know that card draw is worth it, but who knows? Ares, also not on the list here. So we're still at... How much was Loki God of Mischief again? I forget these things. Oh yeah, so we're at $9.25. Heroic Intervention. Number 80 here. Another $7.50, so $16, $17, and nope, $16.75. That's a nice little add there. Hexproof and indestructible. That is a nice card. I can see why that one is worth what it's worth. This one's only 25 cents, so it doesn't get added. Cancel Doom. It's a 50-cent card. So 17.75, 18.25. Now, I'm going to put Namor on the bottom, just because I think that is the one that is worth the most here. Madam Hydra Borderless is not on the list. A 16-cent card. It's not all that rare, so... Daredevil, Man Without Fear. 25 cents. Pretty sure we looked that one up previous video. Scientist Supreme Aim. 25-cent card. So Namor has to be worth 15 bucks basically to get that $30 range. Namor the Submariner, and it is not. It's worth about $7.50. Namor's power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with one or more blue mana symbols in its cost, create that many blue 1/1 blue merfolk creatures. I think this could actually be fun to build around as a merfolk deck. I'm not sure there's enough within the Marvel set, and I'm also not sure how much merfolk there has been recently. So adding that 750 to what, 18, 25, 25, 26, basically 26 bucks of value. It's more than that. I could sell all the cheap cards, all the cards that cost less, and just from this opening, probably get $50, $60. But they're really looking at the ones who are that have a little bit more value to them. Now the question is, do I make this a longer video or do I make a part 3? Because I'm real tempted right now to just sit down and open up the final stack of the booster box here. See what we get in the second half. I'm going to hold off on that. I might film that immediately after this, but it'll be a separate video. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoy the content here. Open up these Marvel Magic the Gathering packs. Let me know what some of your best pulls have been down in the comment section below, or what character you're thinking about building a deck around. And if you're interested in the 10-Minute Marvel podcast, we're talking currently about X-Men 97. You can check that out here on YouTube. Click onto the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate everybody who has and who's checking out these videos. And click on the podcast tabs. Or you can find the 10-Minute Marvel podcast wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. But with that, I'll see you next time.